Somebody arrest Jova. What's his first name? Somebody arrest Jova. This brother, why do I know a Nicholas Jova? You need to be arrested. There needs to be a new football rule, bro. Opposition staff should be allowed to block Jova. When I see Jova stand up and go to the touchline to go and start seeing what sorcery he's cooked up, I need one of my assistants to do this. Bro, because at this point, you can't only guard Gabriel. You need to guard Nicholas Jova. I need to block his vision. Because clearly, Declan Rice must be looking at him and absorbing some powers, then whipping the ball in, bro. What boots does Declan Rice wear, bro? Because the way he's whipping it like Beckham, he better be wearing those new Predators. Oh my goodness, bruv. He's not even wearing the Predator. He's wearing the Copa Elites. Nah. But listen, I went to watch Wicked in the cinema. I've seen sorcery be cooked up. But what Jova's cooking and what Declan Rice had in his foot, Declan Rice's foot was basically, what's that woman's name, bruh? Let me find that woman's name. I can't even remember, bruh. Wicked Witch. What's her name? What's the woman's name? Elphaba. Declan Rice's boot is basically Elphaba's broomstick. Because that ball was going wherever he wanted it to go. Bro, if you watch Wicked, bro, that broomstick just came and found her. That's the way them corners were just finding whoever he wanted it to. Boom, boom. You want some Timber? Boom. You want some Partey? Boom. You want some Saliba? Boom. I was like, brother, if you see that, I've got an angle of one of his corners from one of the goals. Bro, if no one touched it, that ball was going in. Oh my God, listen guys, welcome back to the channel, man. It's CultureCams. Like, share, subscribe, turn your notifications on. I was at the Emirates yesterday. I had to see it live. And listen, I knew sorcery was about to happen because I was near the corner flag, right? I'm going to get into a story, but I was near the corner flag. I saw Bukayo Saka doing this. And whipping in corners to nobody. I'm not lying. In the warm-up, Saka was crossing the ball to nobody. You knew something devilish was about to to go on there. Let me not even say devilish because that's God's child. But bro, I have to show you guys. I can't add it in the video because I'm the shittest editor ever. Can you guys see this? Bruv. He's crossing it to nobody. I know you guys might not have been able to see that, but I tried. I was like, yeah, we're in for a long day. I recorded every single Arsenal corner. This shit are penalties, bro. The stadium was rocking when they got a corner. My days. Anyway, let me start from the beginning. I tried to go, basically, I got some tickets, right? I had some tickets for the away end, but the people that I was going with, there's reasons why they couldn't be in the away end because of we had somebody that was very young with us, so it wouldn't have made sense to go into like a Manchester United away end. So I ended up getting tickets for the home end as well. And it's so funny because I was trying to go incognito. As soon as I stepped foot as soon as I stepped foot at the Emirates. What are you doing here? Yo, I hope you're not going to the home end. And when I got into the home end, oh, yo, what you doing? I'm like, yo, listen, one thing I learned today, people, is my face is too bait now. It is too bait. I can't even go incognito. In fact, when Arsenal scored, there was one guy that kept looking at me a little bit. And then when Arsenal scored, in my face, like I was like, oh my days. Shout out to him. Shout out to all the Emirates staff as well, because the staff were saying, hey, we ain't letting you in there when I was getting patted down and stuff. It was good bants, man. It was good bants. But going into that game, man, honestly, we're looking at the lineup. There was a lot of worry about the lineup. I wasn't too worried about the lineup. I was messing around, kind of acting like worried, blah, blah, blah. But not even worried. I just did one little meme on Twitter. But overall, like, I saw the lineup. I knew what Amorim was going for. He was clearly going to kind of be defensively resolute, foundations be strong, foundations be set. Because you've got to remember, Licha's not playing, Kobe's not playing. And when you look at that, right, Maguire played, Mason Mount played, and Malacia played. Malacia has 0 minutes at that point in the Premier League this season. Maguire, I don't actually know how many minutes he had played this season. Maguire stats. Maguire, I don't know how many play. Was that 2000? He's played about, was it 7 matches, but I'm not too sure how many he's played in the last couple of weeks anyway. Mason Mount had played 100 and something minutes up to that point. Yeah, there we go. Maguire has played 335 minutes this season in the league. If you take away 90 minutes from yesterday, not even 90, 60 something or whatever he played. So really and truly, those 3 players have barely played Premier League football is what I'm trying to say. So you had 3 guys that are basically unfit in the 11. So when I'm looking at that, look, I think Manchester United did a good job. I think Manchester United nullified Arsenal. I think the Man United nullified Arsenal's biggest threats, which are obviously Bukayo Saka, which is obviously Martin Odegaard. I don't think they had the greatest games. I think Man United, that is because Man United set up very well. United were doing the time-wasting tactics. United were keeping the ball in certain areas. First half was much better than the second half, of course, because the goals went in the second half. But when I look at what Manchester United did, I think there was foundational things there that you can be proud of. There's things that you can look at and you think to yourself, okay, cool. Going forward, Manchester United can improve. Going forward, Manchester United could set a base going forward in the league anyway, going forward in the competitions. I'm talking about in the next 6 months. I'm not talking about next season where I expect a bigger improvement because Man United will get their players in. Amorim will get his own players in. But that was the credit to Malacia. I think he played well. I look at Maguire, played well. Delete, Mazraoui, again, very good. Dallo, I think there's things that Dallo can improve on. I think he's not grasping this role well yet. I think there's little areas. I think maybe it was down to instruction, but there was moments where I was looking, I'm like, bro, he can go, drive with the ball, go on with the ball. And it just felt like he wasn't aggressive. And that's the word that Amorim said, aggressive in the final third. We weren't aggressive in the final third. Malacia tried to be, but we always came back. There was a moment we got the ball to Højlund in the final third, and he ended up passing it back. We ended up getting it all the way back to Maguire within 6 seconds. We had the ball in the box to Maguire in 6 seconds. It's unbelievable. So we need to be a little bit more decisive in attack. Bruno defensively was good, a lot more controlled. He started getting a bit sloppy once the game opened up, and once the game kind of started leaving us. He needs to keep that composure. He gets into this hothead moments where not only off the ball, but on the ball, he starts becoming erratic. And I saw Amorim throw his bottle down when Bruno kicked the ball away needlessly. He needs to stop doing them type of things. He really, really does. It's not good enough. But Ugarte, he's steadily playing, man. Look, we're not going to get anything amazing from Ugarte, but what we're going to get is just an honest player, gets on the ball. His forward passing, not great, but he gets on the ball, passes it side to side. He tackles, he buzzes around. He actually understands the role. So he's useful, and I think he definitely has to be a starter going forward. But one thing is, guys, the attack, I'm telling you now, I think Man United have 9 players that if we run with and they can stay fit for the next 6 months, United can be good, can be decent enough. Top 4 for me is gone, but they can be decent enough. But that attack, honestly, guys, I'm at a point where I think I'd sell. I would not mind any of them being sold. Rasmus Højlund, there's Mason Mount, there's Marcus Rashford, there's Xerxes, and Garnacho. Honestly, the quality. Listen to the names. The quality between that is very low. It's poor, in my opinion. In fact, it's poor. It's poor. Anytime you think of Rasmus Højlund or Garnacho, all you think about is, and Rashford, what if we get the ball in a transition moment? What do these guys do on the football? These men are not playing football. Play football. Play football. That's my thing. Play football. And I don't think these guys get on the ball well enough. They don't have that quality to go past players. They don't have that quality to create, do something out of nothing, turn, get a man on his back, turn and drive and turn it into an attack. These guys are just low quality in attack. It's just the reality of the situation. So as I said, I think the base of the team can be very good for the next 6 months. But those attackers, one by one, we can go through all of them. They are not good enough for Man United. If Man United want to become a serious team. If Manchester United want to stay an average, mediocre team, keep all these guys. But going forward, we cannot. It can't be with these guys, man. These attackers, it's too poor. How many times are we going to have to see it? And we have to sit there and imagine. No, but imagine if Rasmus does. Imagine if Garnacho. Imagine in transition. Bro, I saw Saliba, who I think is absolutely world class. But he looked like 18, 19 Van Dijk yesterday. He looked like Van Dijk. He looked like peak Van Dijk. He was turning out with ease. Long balls are coming over top. Rasmus is misjudging the flight. He's coming over the top. He just pushes him out, turns out. Ease. He was able to play, dominate, drive. It was like, it was a field day. It was the easiest game, bro. Everyone was just bigging up Van Dijk's performance against Haaland and Mbappe, who, by the way, both of them are absolutely stinking at the moment. Saliba's performance today, that's what, and this maybe it's because of the quality he's playing against, but world-class performance. Van Dijk obviously is world-class, but is elite. But what I'm saying is just the way we made him look. I think he was the man in the match. I think Declan Rice grew into the game. He was ragdolling Mason Mount, ragdolling our midfield. He's just too powerful. We need some athletes to be able to compete with guys like that. He was ragdolling them, dominating the game in the second half, especially. And as I already spoke about them corners. Disgusting, man. Disgusting, honestly. I think Arsenal were struggling to break us down. I was with the fans. The fans were going mad. The fans were furious. They were furious, but the goals came from the set piece. And once the set pieces came, they started playing better football. They started getting some chances. They started getting a lot more entries into the box. Havertz should have scored. I think Trossard had a chance. It just started opening up. Do you know what I mean? But as I said, like, looking at that game, I'm not actually mad at all. It's a game that you could have kind of wrote on a script. Like, Arsenal will dominate on the ball. United will be tough to beat. Arsenal will be dangerous from set pieces. So really and truly, and the quality of Man United just not going to shine in the final third. Really and truly, I think Arsenal didn't have anyone that really dropped the stinkers either. I think Martinelli really bad. Really, really bad. And I look at him and Garnacho as two starting wingers for Man United and Arsenal. Clubs of that stature, two clubs of that stature, two institutions of this stature shouldn't be having Martinelli and Garnacho as wingers that are relied upon. So even Arsenal going forward, they're going to need to improve on that 100%. But listen, Arsenal kept it going in terms of big week for them. Now they're sitting there. Where they're sitting 7 points behind now. So it's a big week, midweek anyway for them. Liverpool dropped points. I'm going to speak about more of that on Inside Scoop because I'll head off to Inside Scoop in a sec. But guys, man, honestly, that game, I'm not too mad about it. We're just not levels of Arsenal right now, and that's fine. That's fine. We're not levels of Arsenal right now. It's early in the process, but we're going to have to believe in it. One thing we are going to have to do is how are we going to get these guys to score? Because what I don't want people to see is, will these guys start going on goal scoring form and we start saying, see... No, it's good to see. I'll give more praise to the manager because for me, I know these players' level. If he can get these guys firing, I think that means he's a fantastic coach. But these guys are not good enough. The stuff that Ten Hag assembled, oh man, let me not even get into it. And by the way, the 9 players that I'm talking about are Onana. I think like if we were to set up Onana, Mazraoui, Yoro, De Ligt, Licha, Dallo, Kobe, Ugarte, and Ahmad. If that was like a starting 9, and then after that, you have to decide between Bruno, Mount, Rashford, Højlund, Xerxes, whoever. Make your decision. But I think we need that base. I think that's the base we need. It'll probably be Bruno to start. So then you're really just looking at who's going to play up front. that will be my strongest team for Manchester United. Maguire, I have no issues with Maguire coming in at centre back for De Ligt in instances. He's a very good squad player. Maguire's one of them players that I would even mind keeping, but he's gonna have to go because he's gonna want to play. He's gonna want to go to World Cups, etc. So, but those are the players that I'm talking about. The rest for me are squad players at max, and if they're gonna stay at Man United going forward, then yeah, they can't be starters. That's just how I see it. That's the reality of how I see it. But again, I think it was a decent performance. Nothing to make noise about. Nothing to cry about. Not, but yeah, man, we just move on. We move on. Take the L. Hold the licks. Yeah, I mean, I see everyone complaining about Arsenal's corners, but to be honest, man, they do it brilliantly. Everyone needs to copy. Everyone needs to copy. Like, instead of complaining about it, yo, go and copy them set pieces. You know what I mean? Because at this point, the only way those set pieces are going to stop is if the league intervene, bruv. And start talking about, yo, you can't do this, you can't do that. Because that shit's unstoppable. That's basically a goal of the game. That's basically a goal of the game. They have the fear factor about it now as well. But listen, Arsenal at this point, while you're chasing a team like Liverpool, you just need to get results. So everyone talking about their performance. Yeah, I understand their performance wasn't the greatest, but you got to get the results, man. They were 9 points behind going into the game. Now they're 7 points. Get results against United and then go and smoke whoever they play next. You know what I mean? They did score 10 goals in their last 2 games before that, so, or whatever it was. So, gotta give them their flowers. Big up Arteta on the job that he done for the game, though, because at the same time, we did get nullified too. Big up Amarim. I think Amarim spoke well after the press conference. But yeah, man, it just needs to improve. But I'm looking forward to the next game. Let's see who United have got next. Manchester United. Nottingham Forest at home. Come on, man. I expect 3 points there. I expect 3 points. Forest are above us, but I expect 3 points. Let me see the table. If Man United can get some favourable results tomorrow against Forest, 20 points, you can maybe sneak yourselves up to 8th place. Man City are 4th with 26, but Man City will keep flying. Chelsea are flying it. That top 4 for me is locked. But if you can try and get around 5th, 6th, I think from 5th to wherever is possible. So United just needs to start now picking up form. It's tough fixtures after that, though. There's City. it's Nottingham Forest, Victoria Plezan, then City, then Tottenham away. So it's a big week. 3 away games in a row for United. 3 away games from Victoria to United. I mean to City to Spurs. So big week coming up. Big week coming up, but we got to be prepared for it. Our players are fit now. No injuries. We actually have a clean bill of health, I believe. Maybe Eriksen's out. Let's go, man. Let's keep it going. Listen, people, it's your boy, CultureCams. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, turn your notifications on. Hit the likes. It's super important. But I'm about to head out to Inside Scoop where we're going to talk more about the other teams as well. We're going to watch all the extended highlights of all the games so far. So we're going to talk about Liverpool. We're going to talk about Man City. We're going to talk about, of course, the game as well of HP. So make sure you guys go check that out. It's CultureCams. I'm out. Peace.